Here is something that completely changed how I think about money. The average millionaire has 7 different income streams. 7. Meanwhile, most people rely on exactly one: their job, their single paycheck, their one source of income that could disappear tomorrow if their boss decides to downsize, or their company gets acquired, or the economy takes another unexpected turn. And here is the uncomfortable truth nobody wants to talk about. Working harder at your 9 to 5 will never make you wealthy. I know that sounds harsh, but the math simply does not work. There are only so many hours in a day. You cannot outwork the system when the system is designed to trade your time for money. The wealthy figured this out decades ago. They build income streams that work while they sleep. They create systems that generate cash whether they are on a beach in Bali or sitting in traffic on their morning commute. And in 2025, the barriers to building these income streams have never been lower. Today, I am going to show you 7 passive income ideas that actually work right now. Not theoretical concepts, not get-rich-quick schemes. Real strategies that real people are using to build wealth in the current economy. By the end of this video, you will understand exactly how each income stream works, the realistic numbers you can expect, and the specific mistakes that cause most people to fail before they will find the end they will every decent done. Ganze botcher siu storochindaret samarsanet more dosan restored and there's en lever dormersanet chilinzan. You will have a clear action plan you can start implementing today, not next month, not when you have more money saved up. Today, let me paint a picture of what happens when you ignore this. Imagine working for 40 years at the same company or bouncing between similar jobs. You get your annual 3% raise that barely keeps up with inflation. You save a little when you can. You tell yourself you will figure out the money stuff later. Then one day you wake up at 55 years old. Your kids need help with college, your parents need help with medical bills, and you realize that your retirement account has maybe 10 years of expenses, if you are lucky. This is not a hypothetical scenario. This is the reality for over 60% of Americans approaching retirement age. They spent their entire working lives building someone else's wealth instead of their own. The stress of financial insecurity does not just affect your bank account. It destroys relationships. It keeps you up at night. It forces you to say no to opportunities that could change your life because you cannot afford the risk. I have seen people stay in toxic jobs for years because they had no other income to fall back on. I have watched talented friends pass on business opportunities because they were one missed paycheck away from disaster. The lack of passive income does not just cost you money. It costs you freedom. It costs you options. It costs you the ability to make decisions based on what you actually want instead of what you desperately need. But here is what the financially smart people do differently. They treat passive income like a part-time job at first, so it can become their financial foundation later. They understand that building income streams requires effort up front, but pays dividends for years or even decades afterward. The first passive income idea that actually works in 2025 is dividend investing in high-yield ETFs. Here is how this works. You buy shares of funds that hold dozens or hundreds of dividend-paying companies. These companies send you a portion of their profits every single quarter just for owning their stock. Let me give you a real example with actual numbers. If you invest $10,000 in a dividend ETF yielding 4% annually, you will receive $400 per year in completely passive income. That is about $33 every month deposited directly into your account while you do absolutely nothing. Now, $400 per year might not sound life-changing, but here is where the math gets interesting. If you reinvest those dividends and add just $200 per month to your investment, after 10 years, you could have over $40,000 generating $1,600 or more in annual passive income. The mistake most people make is chasing the highest yield without understanding the risk. They see some obscure fund offering 12% dividends and think they found a gold mine. What they actually found is a trap. Extremely high yields often signal that a company is in trouble or that the dividend is unsustainable. The actionable fix is to stick with established dividend ETFs from reputable fund managers. Look for funds with a history of consistent or growing dividend payments over at least 10 years. Boring and reliable beats exciting and risky every single time when it comes to passive income. The second passive income idea is creating and selling digital products. This is one of the most underrated income streams available right now. Digital products include things like templates, spreadsheets, ebooks, online courses, printables, and design assets. You create them once and sell them forever. Here is a real example. A financial spreadsheet template that helps people budget takes maybe 20 hours to create. If you sell it for $27 and get just 10 sales per month, that is $270 in monthly passive income from something you built once. Scale that to 50 sales per month, and you are looking at over $13,000 per year. The part most people get wrong is trying to create something completely original that nobody asked for. They spend months building a product based on what they think people want instead of what people are actively searching for and buying. The fix is simple. Go to marketplaces like Etsy or Gumroad and look at what is already selling. Read the reviews. Find gaps where customers are complaining about missing features or poor quality. Then create a better version that solves those specific problems. You are not copying. You are improving on proven demand. The third passive income idea that works in 2025 is high-yield savings accounts and certificates of deposit. I know this sounds boring. It is supposed to be boring. After years of earning basically nothing on savings, interest rates have created a genuine opportunity for risk-free passive income. Right now, you can find high-yield savings accounts paying 4 to 5% annually. A certificate of deposit might pay even higher if you lock your money up for a year or two. Let me put real numbers on this. If you have an emergency fund of $15,000 sitting in a regular bank account earning 0.01%, you are making about $1.50 per year. Move that same money to a high-yield savings account at 4.5%, and you earn $675 per year. Same money, same safety. $673 more in your pocket. The mistake most people make is leaving large amounts of cash in traditional checking or savings accounts out of pure inertia. They know they should move it, but they never get around to actually doing it. The actionable fix is to open a high-yield savings account today. It takes about 15 minutes. Set up an automatic transfer from your regular bank. This is not investment advice. This is basic financial hygiene that most people ignore. The fourth passive income idea is print-on-demand merchandise. This business model lets you design products like t-shirts, mugs, phone cases, and posters without ever touching inventory. You upload designs to platforms like Printful, Redbubble, or Merch by Amazon. When someone orders, the company prints and ships the product. You collect the profit margin. Here is the real math. A t-shirt might cost $7 to produce. You sell it for $22. Your profit is $15 per sale. If you create 50 designs and each one sells just 3 times per month, that is 150 sales, generating $2,250 monthly. The research shows that successful print-on-demand sellers focus on specific niches rather than trying to appeal to everyone. A generic funny t-shirt competes with millions of other designs. A shirt specifically designed for left-handed nurses who love hiking competes with almost nobody. Most people fail at print-on-demand because they upload random designs and hope for the best. They treat it like a lottery instead of a business. The fix is to research what people in specific communities actually want to wear. Join Facebook groups, read Reddit threads, understand the inside jokes and pain points of your target audience, then create designs that speak directly to them. The fifth passive income idea is affiliate marketing through content creation. This is where you recommend products or services and earn a commission when people buy through your link. The key is building an audience that trusts your recommendations. Let me give you a concrete example. You create a blog post reviewing the best budgeting apps. That post gets 1,000 visitors per month from Google searches. 2% of visitors click your affiliate link. 10% of those convert to paying customers. The app pays $50 per referral. That single blog post generates $100 per month indefinitely. Create 20 posts like this and you have a $2,000 monthly passive income stream from content you wrote once. The part most people get wrong is promoting products they have never used just because the commission is high. Their audience senses the inauthenticity and stops trusting their recommendations entirely. The actionable fix is to only promote products you genuinely use and believe in. Write honest reviews that include both positives and negatives. Counterintuitively, mentioning a product's flaws actually increases conversions because it makes your recommendation seem more trustworthy. The sixth passive income idea for 2025 is real estate investment trusts, commonly called REITs. These let you invest in real estate without buying property, dealing with tenants, or fixing toilets at 2 a.m. REITs are companies that own income-producing real estate like apartment buildings, shopping centers, warehouses, and hospitals. They are legally required to pay out 90% of their taxable income as dividends to shareholders. Here is a real example with numbers. Many REITs pay dividend yields between 4 and 8%. If you invest $20,000 in a diversified REIT fund yielding 6%, you receive $1,200 per year in passive income. That is $100 per month from real estate you do not have to manage. The mistake most people make is putting all their REIT investments in a single sector or company. If you only own retail REITs and online shopping continues crushing brick-and-mortar stores, your income stream disappears. The fix is diversification. Invest in REIT funds that hold multiple property types across different geographic regions. Spread your risk so no single market downturn wipes out your passive income. The seventh passive income idea that actually works is licensing your creative work. This includes photography, music, video footage, illustrations, and other creative content. Stock media platforms like Shutterstock, Adobe Stock, Pond5, and Epidemic Sound allow creators to upload their work once and earn royalties every time someone licenses it. Let me break down real numbers. A single stock photo might earn between 25 cents and $2 per download. That sounds tiny until you realize that popular images get downloaded thousands of times. If you upload 500 quality images and each one averages just 50 downloads per year at $1 each, that is $25,000 annually from photos you took once. Musicians can upload tracks to royalty-free music libraries and earn every time a YouTuber or filmmaker uses their song. Video creators can sell B-roll footage to production companies worldwide. The part most people get wrong is uploading whatever random content they have without researching what buyers actually need. Stock platforms are flooded with sunset photos and generic corporate handshakes. The actionable fix is to study what is trending and underserved. Look for content gaps. Seasonal content, specific industries, emerging trends, and diverse representation are consistently in demand. Create what the market needs, not just what you feel like making. Now let me give you a practical action plan you can start implementing immediately. Today, right after this video, open a high-yield savings account if you do not have one. This takes 15 minutes and immediately starts earning you more money on cash you already have. This week, choose one additional income stream from this list that matches your skills and interests. If you are analytical, start researching dividend ETFs. If you are creative, explore digital products or print on demand. If you have existing content, look into affiliate marketing opportunities. This month, commit to spending 5 hours per week building your chosen income stream. Block the time on your calendar. Treat it like a non-negotiable appointment. The research shows that consistent small efforts dramatically outperform sporadic bursts of motivation. Use free tools to get started. Canva for design. Google Sheets for planning. YouTube tutorials for learning specific skills. You do not need to spend money to begin making money. Your action plan starts with just one thing. Pick the single income stream that excites you most and take the first concrete step today. Not tomorrow, not next week. Today. Let me leave you with the 3 key takeaways from everything we covered. First, building passive income streams is not optional if you want financial freedom. Relying on a single income source is the riskiest financial strategy that most people mistake for safety. Second, every passive income stream requires active effort up front. The word passive describes the income later, not the work required to build it. Accept this reality and commit to the initial investment of time and energy. Third, diversification applies to income streams just like it applies to investments. Building multiple small income sources creates more stability than depending on one large source. The wealthy have known this for generations. Now you do too. Start with one stream, master it, then add another. Within a few years, you can have income flowing into your accounts from multiple directions while you sleep. That is not a dream. That is a strategy. And now you have the blueprint to execute it. If this helped you, subscribe to @Wealth Decode Plus. We drop a new money strategy every single day at 6 p.m. Hit that notification bell so you never miss one. Your future wealthy self will thank you for showing up today.